First and foremost, the whole Cracker Barrel debacle. White people lost their minds at the thought that Cracker Barrel could be different. And I'm sure you saw the TikTok guy. He was explaining how businesses often just kind of have been making their rebrandings more dull for real estate reasons. It's easier to sell a building that's just kind of like a box than it is to sell a building that looks like an old McDonald's. Like you trying to have a Victoria's Secret or a weed shop in a building that clearly used to have a playpen and a McDonald's top on it. It's just a little bit more difficult. But no, Cracker Barrel cannot be touched. But Jesse Waters, he got something to say about it. He says that Cracker Barrel is white people's restaurant. And the only thing that could have made the rebranding worse is if they had named it the Blacker Barrel. So let's check this out.
I see what you're saying. They're trying to take the cracker out of the barrel.
Let them have one. Let you guys have one.
Right. And white people need to eat, and they need their places to eat.
There's a lot of them in this country.
You guys have Denny's. We have Cracker Barrel. We have Olive Garden, too. Do you guys go to Olive Garden?
No, Waffle House.
Waffle House, got it. But it's like they tried to make it younger, but Cracker Barrel's for old people. It's like trying to sell reverse mortgages to young people, or gold, or Relief Factor.
Or a My Pillow.
Or all the things we sell on Fox. You just have to keep your audience happy with what they're used to.
Yes.
That's why people will be watching Fox until they die.
Okay, so we like our things. We like the way that they look.
The only thing that could have been worse if they had made it Blacker Barrel.
No, my God.
Okay.
That would have been bad. This they can recover from.
My man, basically, he said, white people are simple. We don't like things to be changed. We just like things to stay the same. That's why we're conservatives. As a reminder, though, again, it was the logo change. But again, there's no conspiracy behind it. They're just thinking about real estate. They just trying to be capitalists in a capitalist society. That's all that's going on. Fox News is still talking about it clearly. And when the Southern Country themed restaurant opened in 1969, it initially had a text-only logo. In 1977, the company added an image of a man resting against a barrel, which is the one that we're all familiar with. I remember the first time I had Cracker Barrel. It low-key changed my life. I was a kid. I don't remember how old I was, but we were traveling from St. Louis to my family's home in Kansas City, my white side of the family. So they had horses and a ranch and like a couple acres and just like pigs and chickens and stuff like that. So we was going deep into white peopleville. And we went and we stopped at a Cracker Barrel and it was just amazing. The apple cider, it was beautiful. So I understand. Trust me, I'm half white and my white side of the family is white. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. But calm down. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, man, what you think about this? What do you think about the outrage? You think people will get over it eventually? I think they will.
I hope so. Some folk love their brands and their brand names and their brand identity. I do find it ironic. Now, here's the irony. I think they fixate on these brands that in a way represent Southern American value. So if you go to a Cracker Barrel, you're going to get chicken fried steak or chicken fried chicken, even they have it seasonally. You get your dumplings and you can order things that are typically customary to that of Southern tradition. There's also another Southern tradition. I'm not saying it's connected to Cracker Barrel, but I am saying it was a Southern tradition. A prolific individual named Derek Bozeman, the Big Homie DB. I worked in radio with him for 10 years on WLK. He's still there. One of the greatest talk show hosts, radio talk show host in the world. And I remember him talking about how in the South, Black folk had basically no mobility rights. If a white woman was walking by them or in their proximity, there would be a barrel that that a Black person would have to stick their heads in order to not look at the white woman. And it became known in that area as the Cracker Barrel by individuals who talked about it. Now, I couldn't find linkage between the restaurant name and that name, but once again, it was just a Southern thing that some black folk are able to talk about it quite fluently. And so I find it ironic that somehow this thing made it all the way to Fox News, which coincidentally, the safe haven for all things racist. And so that's just me, brother, put some context clues out there. I don't know if they come together or not, but I do believe folk will get over the fact that they had a branding issue.
Oh yeah, people will forget. This is a country with a short attention span. It's always something going on, and there's more important things. And at the end of the day, people got to eat. So
Right.
people gonna keep eating at Cracker Barrel. People traveling gonna keep stopping at the rest stops at Cracker Barrel. That's not gonna stop. But like I was saying before we got into these segments on break, Jesse Waters gets paid millions of dollars a year to do that, and that's kind of nice. You feel me? Like at least he gets to enjoy that. His legacy might not be all that, but at least he's getting paid well to be a complete buffoon.